Served hot, just the way you like it. Here's your weekly serving of food, news, and views. Tim Beeman, Stephanie Hess, and Nikki Miller-Ka are Tart and Tangy Triad.
Hey guys, this is Tim from Tart and Tangy Triad, and reminding everyone to listen to Tart and Tangy Triad every week by going to tartandtangytriad.com. Also, like our Facebook page and visit our Twitter, which is at Tart and Tangy Triad. You can find that at the website just by clicking those buttons at the top of the page. This week, Stephanie tells you about past presidential Thanksgiving dinners, while Nikki gives you a preview of next week for November 27th, 2013. Thanks for watching and listening. Bon appetit.
One of the questions that we might be asking upcoming Thanksgiving is, what are some of our famous people, really essentially our royal family, what are they eating for Thanksgiving? And the White House Thanksgiving every year is something to go down in history. What we're hearing about the Obamas Thanksgiving this year is that they are going with tradition. They want their meal to be as traditional as possible. They're also making good use of the garden that Michelle Obama has begun there at the White House. So we know they're going to be having a kale and fennel salad made with fresh ingredients from their garden. And in slightly less traditional, they've ordered no less than 6 different kinds of pie, including President Obama's favorite, which is pumpkin, and huckleberry pie.
Hooray for the pumpkin pie!
That's right. Hooray for the pumpkin pie. So that's what we'll be hearing from the president. So I started thinking, what if some of the past presidents ordered or had made for them on Thanksgiving? Went back to Theodore Roosevelt, who's a man after my own heart. If you listened to our podcast earlier this week, his Thanksgiving meal was filled with seafood, like any good New Englander. So his Thanksgiving meal involved oysters, flat rock fish, and terrapin, all from Cape Cod in the New England area. FDR, his distant cousin, had a huge feast that included turkey, chestnut stuffing, cranberry sauce, coffee, pumpkin pie, cheese, ice cream. I wish I had been there. Taft, known as our heftiest president, ordered Georgia possums, each with potatoes in their mouths. I might have skipped that one. Ronald Reagan was known every year for having monkey bread, which was a Reagan family favorite. Clinton, as we might imagine, our maybe runner-up for heaviest president, always asked for a black cherry and Coca-Cola Jell-O mold made with canned cherries, because that's our Clinton. And George Bush was actually known for having gazpacho as part of his Thanksgiving meal. So some presidents have gone traditional and some have not. So we'll see how this year turns out.
Hi everybody. Make sure you pick up this week's issue of Yes Weekly, because I am featured inside. And there you can find my recipe for my award-winning strawberry red wine cream cheese brownies. Also, next week on Tart and Tangy Triad, I will finally talk about my trip to Vegas and other things Vegas related.
Vegas!
So we'll see you next week.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the contributors and are not necessarily shared by our distributors or hosting company. This podcast is copyrighted and cannot be reproduced without express written consent of such and such limited, Inc.
Yeah, girl.